What up, drivers? What's going on? This your boy Mr. Business coming back at you with another video. It is Sunday and I am sitting in West Point, Virginia at West Rock getting loaded. Getting ready to take this load that's got to be dropped off tomorrow morning in Pennsylvania, Aston, PA, to the other West Rock. All right, so a week has passed. We're going to get into a little story time, but before we do that, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you could be anywhere else on YouTube, but the fact that you clicked on my channel is greatly appreciated. All right, so let's start off with last week. Last week I left off with the video saying I had some battery issues. So I went to the Petro in Atlanta. That Petro wild, bro. That Petro was wild. I pulled in Friday, or was it Saturday? Saturday I pulled in like 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. So, and it was no spots. 6:30 p.m., which to me is still kind of early, but it was no spots. It was no spots. Earlier on my way there, I had called Tel and told them, hey, I need a battery replacement. So they called Petro, made the arrangements, and so the only thing I had to do was just go check in and wait for them to call me. All right, so since there were no spots to park Saturday, when I pulled in, what I ended up doing is going to the terminal, and I actually went to our new terminal to park. There was plenty of parking too, so probably shouldn't have told y'all that because that parking was lovely. So I stayed there tonight, and then I got up in the morning and bobtailed back to the Petro and checked in. So I checked in. I knew it was going to be an all-day thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? My next load didn't even pick up until Tuesday, although I was going to try to run a load Monday. You know what I'm saying? So that was my plan, but I didn't book anything for Monday. I just wanted to run a load Monday if, I can get in and out. So here I go up there about 9:30 in the morning, walk in, check in, and it's about 9:30. Lady was like, all right, we got you. She took my number and everything. She was like, we'll call you. Okay, bet. I had already been warned it was going to be a while. I knew that. So I went and parked, got me something to eat, chill. I was chilling. So about 5 hours went by, I've been watching the first set of Sunday games. So after that, I went and checked in. I was like, hey, just, trying to get an update. What's the deal? You know how long it's going to take. And she was like, oh, they haven't called you yet? No, they haven't called me yet. She was like, all right, well, she was like, yeah, it's they're a little busy, so just stay by the phone. All right, cool. Watch the second set of games. So at this point now, it's, second set of games go off about 7:30, So I go back in there, and now it's a whole different shift. So I walk up to the lady on the counter, and it was another lady, and it was a guy, one of the mechanics sitting beside her. And so I was like, hey, yeah, I'm just checking to see, when I'm gonna get in the shop to change this battery. And they're looking at me like I'm talking a foreign language. And the dude was like, yeah, we ain't got no, he turns around, looks in the little basket where they keep the paperwork, and yeah, they ain't even got no paper for me. I was like, what? So the girl, she was like, oh yeah, she was like, yeah, she the last chick that was there, she didn't print out like 5 other drivers' paperwork too. So I'm like, my people, we just gotta do better. We gotta do better, I swear. Anyway, so she printed out my paperwork and gave it to the mechanic dude, and he was like, you know what? He was like, I got you next, bro. He was like, yeah, got you next. I said, all right, bet. So go back out to my truck. So about an hour went by. I get the phone call, hey, pull into Bay 3. Bet. Okay. So I pull into Bay 3, and You know what I'm saying? Got my window down. Dude was like, he opens the side panel of my truck, takes the side panel off. He was like, oh yeah, I can smell it. He was like, yeah, definitely one of these is bad. So he sets that off and he goes back and he gets, I guess, the charger thing, or not charger thing, the battery checker where they check the charge on your battery. So he comes and he sets that down and he walks off. That was about, you know, 10 o'clock at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't see this dude till about 2 or 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, at this point, I'm trying to get a little sleep by then. So, you know what I'm saying? He come knock on my door. He was like, hey, he was like, we need you to call the company up and tell them we sent them a paper by eShop and we needed to sign this send back. So I'm like, alright, bet. So I called Tel, you know what I'm saying, tell him what it is and everything. So get that straight. So he finally puts the battery in, his one battery. Now, this is where the issue comes in. I wanted all 4 of my batteries changed out. All 4. I said, you know what? If one is bad, I'd rather just change out all 4 and just have 4 fresh new batteries. Okay? You know what I'm saying? The money's not even an issue. I got enough money in my maintenance account. I had checked all that stuff before I even called Tel the first time. So, Tel told me, well, you know what I'm saying, they just gonna change out the battery of that test bag. Because when he pulled out the battery, he just pulled out that one and put the one in. And at this point, though, I was tired. Now, I should have pressed the issue and just said, hey, man, I need all 4 of them changed out. I need just all 4. You know what I'm saying? And I'd have just took it up with Tel. But I think Tel doesn't want you to do that. They just want you to change out the battery in his bag. I wanted to change out all 4. I didn't press the issue. I should have pressed the issue. That's lesson learned. Okay. So I changed out the one battery. So I'm pulling out. By this time, it's like 4 in the morning. I wanted to do this 4 in the morning and Monday morning. So I had wanted to do a load Monday, but I was tired. So I was like, I'm not going to do no load, you know what I'm saying, Monday. So I got, pulled out parts and I went to sleep. And I think I woke up about 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? So it was, I was like, all right, I'm chilling. I'm not doing nothing. My girl called. Now her sister lives in Savannah, so she was like, all right, she was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm chilling right now, about to wash clothes, about to go take a shower. And she was like, all right, well, I'm going to be down there. Well, I mean, I already knew she was coming down. It was just a matter of what day. So she was like, all right. So I was like, I told her, I said, well, if you coming down, then I could just leave here, drive the 3 hours to Savannah, and then we could, see each other, whatever. So that was the plan. So now I know I wasn't getting a load. Okay. So I wash clothes, take a shower, and then I head out. So I drive to Savannah, you know what I'm saying? Get to a little place. I think it was only like 10, 15 spots. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't only 15 spots. It's probably like 10 spots. Okay, so I park up and everything. Ring a ding ding. Hey, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Because she was going to stop at her homegirl house in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I knew that. But she was like, I'm tired, so I don't even know if I'm going to make it. So I was a little irritated, but I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. So she didn't come down Monday. And my load picked up in Augusta at Kimberly Clark on Tuesday. So Tuesday evening, in fact, it was like the window was like 6 to 8. So I was gonna jet from there about 2. You know what I'm saying? So it was early Tuesday morning. It was a little cold in the truck. Even though I had the bunk heater on, I had the bunk heater on all night. So now I'm gonna, start the truck up. Make sure the batteries don't die. Start the truck up. 5 minutes later, it is BOW! I'm like, what the fuck? So I run up here, look at my gauges, everything looks fine, but I turn off my truck, you know what I'm saying? So then, it came from the battery compartment. So then I look, get out, open it up, and the casing of one of the batteries, a piece of the casing is on the ground, and this shit's just leaking water. I'm like, fuck. This is expressly why I wanted to change out all 4 batteries. So I called Tel, get the TA, come out, change batteries. Now they, for whatever one, they wanted to do all 3. But here's the thing, it was gonna cost me to change out the rest of the 3 batteries. This is gonna cost me like $1,100. I was like, nah, we not doing that. Just give me the 1 battery and we gonna be good from there. So they bring the 1 battery, change it out. And I was mad because at this point, at the petrol, it only costs to place that 1 battery was only like $219. That included the battery and the labor. It was like $219. Had I got all 4 replaced, it'd have been $800. For that 1 battery from roadside assist to come out and change that shit was $750 fucking dollars. So I was heated. You know what I'm saying? I was heated. So lesson learned, next time I want to change all 4 batteries out, I'm gonna get all 4 batteries out. If I gotta come out of pocket to do it, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? So now I done spent almost $1,000 to have 2 fucking batteries changed, and I was mad. So anyway, now that leads up into the week that I had. This week, well, I should say last week sucked. So I didn't have a load Sunday, Monday. Had to load Tuesday, but it was Tuesday night. So, and that load was supposed to drop Thursday morning. So, but I wanted to get it up there early. I can get up there. It was going to Pennsylvania. I forgot the name of the place. My homeboy told me, he was like, yeah, you could drop it a day early. I bet. So I did. I ran Tuesday. You know, I don't like to drive at night, but I wanted to get from Augusta to Kinley, North Carolina before I stopped. So I did. I got there. It was like 12:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to bed till like 2 in the morning. So got up the next morning. I couldn't drive, of course, till like 10:30. Ended up leaving at 11. And then I got to my stop about 5. You know what I'm saying? Dropped it, picked up a new trailer. I was like, bet, I'm here early. I can find me another load. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. Didn't happen. My first choice was I was waiting for the big box loads to drop because I know they drop in that area. You know what I'm saying? I was right there. So I was like, you know, I could take one of these big box loads to Texas. We could be fine. Didn't happen. The loads didn't even drop. In fact, hardly any loads dropped. I don't even see where the loads dropped at. You know, I pull into, it's a truck stop like right down the street when you come out the place. It's a truck stop, it's paid parking. Well, or if you eat at the restaurant, you spend $18, you get like 12 hours free parking. So I ended up doing that. So from the 25th, I picked up my load on the 25th, whatever, go about a day. So load picked up Tuesday, it was supposed to drop Thursday. I dropped it Wednesday night, so that means I was hoping to get a load Thursday morning, possibly Wednesday night after I dropped the load. It didn't happen. So in the meantime, in between time, like the next morning I got up, got some news about the Twit car and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm not sitting up here waiting for no load. I'm about to go ahead and just deadhead to the crib. So that's what I did. I ended up deadheading to the house. Now, on my way to the house, I had pulled over to do, stop, get something to eat, get something to drink, take a little 30-minute break, and I found a load. It was a nice load too, you know what I'm saying, for where it was going. So, 38 miles, paying $700, $700 plus, because it was more than $700. The load in my eyes, and it's right up the street from the house. It's about like 30-40 minutes from the crib. I'll take that. So that's what I ended up doing. So I only had 2 loads last week. which means that this settlement this Friday is gonna be looking a little shitty. So, so that was my week. So got the battery issue resolved, and but due to other issues, only had 2 loads last week. That's not what we shooting for. So we not nowhere near our numbers where we want to be, not even our minimum. So yeah, next week gonna suck. So I should say this settlement this Friday is gonna suck. And I need it not to suck because my girl's birthday is in November and we going to New Orleans. So, you know what I'm saying, we want to do an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? I gave her, told her she got a little spending money. So yeah, I need to make all that. Plus make sure all the house bills and all the bills taken care of too. So last week this is not the week that I needed. So let's get into some USA news. Alright, so I got a little message over the computer or over the tablet that said, hey, alright, we need your TWIC card information, your TWIC card number, your expiration date, and all that stuff, so we can get you the little video training, and then you can start picking up loads that require, TWIC card. That's really the reason why I got up and left Pennsylvania that morning. So, and it's a good thing I did too. Alright, so anyway, so that's what I did. I got home, sent them off that information. I'm trying to get these TSA loads. I didn't know they was going to start dropping them so soon, but I seen one, it was a TSA restricted load, and then I heard from people I be talking to about another TSA load. So I'm excited to see those loads drop, and hopefully they be well worth it. They should be. If we gotta have a TWIC card to go get them, then they should pay better than what we've seen on the load board this far. Which brings me to, I'm gonna start calling just having a load board. This is my load board experience for this week, and it was horrendous. Like, I didn't see any loads drop. And I'm glad I left Pennsylvania, because even when I was home, I kept checking for the big box load and any other load coming out of that area. And nothing, bro. Nothing at all. Nothing. So I'm like, oh my God. So here's the funny thing. At that point, I'm at the crib chilling. I had my 2 loads booked out, not for the week I'm on now, but for the next week. So I'm already set for the week after that, but for this week, I didn't have shit. And I need to have shit because of the trip coming up. So, I was talking to, one of my homeboys. Actually, I was talking to my trainee, what I'm saying? And I was like, look, man, I was like, this week, I said, I prefer to get out on Sunday so I can have the whole week to try to run it up, what I'm saying, get some money. I said last week, fuck me, because my first load wasn't even until Tuesday night. So, what I'm saying, that really fucked me. So, and at the time, there was nothing on the load board, what I'm saying, that I see that I wanted. I didn't want a deadhead far from the house. I didn't want a deadhead. I wanted to, start somewhere I could, didn't have to, do a whole bunch of deadhead to get my week off. And I wanted to start off, Sunday no later than Monday. So, I said I got to the crib Saturday, I got to the crib Friday. So, what I'm saying, I kept checking the load board constantly. Finally, I booked my first load, and that load picks up on Tuesday in South Carolina, and it's a pretty good paying load. So I was like, bet. So now I had to change up the way the way I'm booking my loads. What I'm saying, anything $2,000 or better, I'm booking. I'm not, what I'm saying, I'm not even letting it sit up there. I'm booking it, and I'll figure out a way to get to it. So I booked that load, South Carolina. Okay, Tuesday. Now I need something to fit around it. And then later on, I think it was early in the morning. You at home, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the little board. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was still up, and I found this load that I'm on now. It had dropped, and it's paying pretty good. It's only going 240 miles. It's paying $1,400 with breakthrough fuel. So I'm like, yep, give it to me. And it's right up the street where I had just, left, taking a $700 load. So same place, West Rock. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to be heavy. It's going to be like 40,000 pounds, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to really encounter any steep, hills or mountains or anything. So I'm good. So, the only bad thing is I'm more than likely going to have to deadhead from Pennsylvania to South Carolina to make that pickup on time, which, you know what, at this point, the way the load board been looking, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I can eat that cost of fuel. I'll eat it. It is what it is. That's why you have your own fuel card, you know what I'm saying? Which brings me to another point. All right, so that's pretty much done with the USA news, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't much. So, when I was in Texas, right? When I was in Texas, and I had the load that went from Texas to LaGrange, right? First of all, I didn't make that pickup on time, and that was the load. I think on the last video, I was like, yo, they don't get it to me. I know I can make it on time, blah, 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 blah. I was talking that cash money. I didn't make that pickup on time. So they pushed it off to the next day. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. They pushed it off to the next morning. So I got like about an hour away and pulled into this nice size truck stop. It wasn't a major truck stop, but it was big. You know what I'm saying? They had this big parking lot. And it didn't get full. So it's not even off of a major highway. It's off of one of the state highways. So, and it's huge. And so I forgot the name of it, but I did save it in my GPS. So I go take a shower, and I do something that I never do, which is I have my headset on and I'm talking to somebody, and going to the shower, I'm talking, and then I get off the phone, take my shower and all that stuff, and I leave my fucking headphones in the fucking shower. And I didn't realize this until the next morning when I had already left to go pick up the load in Katy, Texas. So while I'm sitting there getting loaded, I'm like, all right, yeah, let me find my headphones. And then it hits me because I can't find them in the truck, and I'm like, where the fuck? And then I was like, I left them in the bathroom. So I was like, I'm only 45 minutes away. I could stop by there on my way out, get my headphones, and dip out. So I called them. They're like, what number is that? Shower was you in? Blah blah blah. And these motherfuckers gonna tell me they ain't see shit and ain't nobody turn this shit in. Piss me off, bruh. I mean, I'm mad at myself because I left fucking headphones in there, which I usually do not take my headphones in there for that very reason. So now I have to buy a whole new set of headphones. And yeah, somebody gonna be charged for them. It's like 3 people. So I was either talking to my trainee Kev, was either talking to Eric, or I was fucking Darius. So I know Darius, you're gonna see this. So I'm gonna split that shit up 3 ways, and I'm sending y'all motherfuckers a bill. One of y'all 3 motherfuckers I was talking to. So yeah. But anyway, so that was it for the week. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, one more thing. Okay. Oh, this last settlement. I'm about to get into the settlement talk now. So while we talk on settlement, my settlement was decent, but it could have been better. But these tolls came out this past Friday. I hate these fucking tolls. It's not really the tolls that I hate, because it is what it is with the tolls. It comes with the territory. I hate the fact that this shit comes out at one time. You know what I'm saying? It comes out at one time. So as I was where was I at? I was somewhere and I was talking to, like always, just a couple other drivers, and I met another IC driver from USA, and he stayed in Virginia too. And we was talking about the tolls, and he was like, yeah, bro. And he was like, I got my own Easy Pass. He's like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I got my own Easy Pass. And why in the fuck did not think of that before? I don't know why I did not think about that before. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that is a smart idea. So while I was at the truck stop that I lost my headphones at, I went online and ordered me an Easy Pass, a commercial Easy Pass. Pretty easy, you know what I'm saying? And they mailed it in 2 days. So I don't know why I never thought about that though. Because now I can pay the tolls the way I want to, which is I'll put $100 on my Easy Pass every time we get our settlement. I have no problem with that. And I'd rather the tolls come out as I go through them instead of coming out that one time a week at the end of the month, because it's just a bad time for tolls to come out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody at that time got at least a mortgage, rent, whatever you doing. That's the time of the month. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That most time, that last settlement, you're like, that's what you're using to pay. Who called me? Oh yeah. All right, yeah, I'll call him back. That's my training kid. So anyway, so I just thought that was a great idea. So yeah, I got the Easy Pass when I was at home this past